2022 Acura TLX Sedan. The 2022 Acura TLX is a solid entry in the small luxury sedan class. Acura redesigned the TLX just last year, infusing the car with a sense of style and greater road presence as well as enhanced performance and upgraded technology. The company reports that it is making no changes to the 2022 TLX. A turbocharged 4-cylinder engine is standard, and it acquits itself well against rival power plants in the Audi A4, Genesis G70, Lexus S and Volvo S60. For more power and performance, the racy TLX Type S provides a turbocharged V6, torque vectoring all-wheel drive, and handling improvements to ensure it can run with similarly fortified competitors. Comfortable front seats and quality materials make a favorable first impression. However, the TLX's touchpad infotainment system interface leaves something to be desired. Also, the rear passenger room is cramped, a victim of the sedan's sleek styling. Still, the TLX is worth checking out if you're in the market for a value-focused luxury sedan. In many ways, the second-generation Acura TLX is a marked improvement over the last model. The 4-cylinder engine and 10-speed automatic together are smoother and react more naturally to inputs than the previous V6 and 9-speed, and the interior is more upscale. However, the TLX takes a step backward as well. The powertrain is a tad thirstier and slower than similar engines in rivals, but the biggest issue is the new touchpad controller for the infotainment system, which is often frustrating to use. We tested the TLX a-spec, which has the turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. Our vehicle also came with all-wheel drive. At our test track it accelerated from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.5 seconds, which is a bit slower than rival small luxury sedans with base 4-cylinder engines. On the upside, the all-wheel drive system contributes to more agile and controlled body motions while you're navigating tight turns. The steering lacks communication, but turn the drive mode selector to sport and the wheel gains some heft, which feels better suited to spirited driving. The 10-speed transmission is a massive improvement over the last Gen 9-speed automatic, though it still isn't quite perfect. It shifts early under light throttle and feels a little lazy in the normal and comfort drive modes. But it keeps the turbo boost at the ready when you have sport mode selected and need responsive acceleration. The TLX makes up for the lack of outright performance with a comfortable driving experience. The front seats are nicely padded and the rear seats are angled back for a relaxed seating position. That said, the front seats aren't highly adjustable, and the side bolsters provide little support for performance driving. The ride achieves a great balance between suppleness and composure over a variety of road surfaces, though sharp-edged road bumps can send a prominent thunk through the cabin. Noise is well abated. It's a pretty quiet vehicle overall, even though instrumented testing shows the TLX is a few decibels louder on the inside than rivals. The climate control system is easy to use, and we like that the a-spec's heated and ventilated front seats can be set to an automatic mode that adjusts the amount of heating or cooling based outside and desired interior temperatures. There's a lot to like about the TLX cabin. It's easy to find a good driving position thanks to the seat's ample amount of travel in all directions and the similarly generous tilt and reach range for the steering wheel. The large door openings and gently tapered roof help you enter and exit the vehicle gracefully. On the downside, there's not an abundance of rear leg or headroom, and tall folks will feel uncomfortably close to the roof. The outgoing TLX's dual touchscreen infotainment has been replaced by a display screen with a trackpad controller. We consider it a step backward for this generation. The trackpad mimics your inputs like a touchscreen, but it isn't large enough and lacks the precision needed to successfully navigate the numerous virtual buttons on screen at any one time. Touchpad interface issues aside, the integrated navigation system has sharp-looking maps and is easy to use. But results from the navigation system's point-of-interest search were sometimes a bit wonky in our tests. There's also no directional information, so there's no way of knowing if the nearest Starbucks you requested is on your intended travel route or a mile behind you. It is worth upgrading to the a-spec or advanced trim for the else audio system alone. It's that superlative. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard but cannot be operated wirelessly. Some rivals offer wireless phone integration. There also aren't any USB ports in the back, which is odd for a luxury car. We like that most of the advanced driving systems are standard, and they do a respectable job of approximating natural driving. There are some missteps. For example, the adaptive cruise system is slow to react when the driver ahead moves out of your lane. At 13.5 cubic feet, the TLX's trunk is larger than the trunks of most rivals. The trunk opening is also wide, allowing you to load long items horizontally without issue. However, a short decklid somewhat hinders your access to the deep end of the trunk, and it'll be a reach to load and retrieve items butted up against the rear seats. The cabin offers numerous places to store items, though most are modestly sized. If your sport sedan will also be a family hauler, know that the lower anchors for car seats are hidden behind a Velcro-backed strip of leather that must be removed. The wide doors should make it easy to load a car seat, but the TLX's compact size will require some compromise on front seat space. The Acura TLX with all-wheel drive, which is what we tested, gets an EPA estimated 24 mpg combined, 21 city, 29 highway. That's a few mpg worse than what rivals such as the Audi A4 S-Line, 27 mpg, or BMW 330i xDrive, 28 mpg, achieve. Our test TLX posted a more competitive 26.2 mpg on our real-world evaluation route, but overall the TLX's fuel efficiency is a little disappointing. The TLX starts below $40,000, which is lower than just about every rival small luxury sedan. Our well-equipped TLX a-spec with all-wheel drive rang in at under $48,000, thousands of dollars less than similarly equipped competitors. This Acura makes a strong value statement, especially when you consider the pleasant materials and build quality. Its bumper-to-bumper warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles is typical for the segment, though its powertrain coverage of 6 years, 70,000 miles is more generous than what the German competition offers. But complimentary maintenance is not included on the TLX, unlike many of its German rivals. The so-so engine doesn't give you the thrust you'd expect of a real sport sedan, and only the sport driving mode has the steering heft you'll want for accurately placing the vehicle while cornering. But the rest of the TLX is tuned to provide a sense of excitement. Slap on a set of summer tires, and the TLX could probably hang with the BMW 3 Series and Alfa Romeo Giulia on mountain roads. This is a sharp sedan that will look good in just about anyone's driveway. That's especially true of the a-spec model, which brings the styling elements of the Type S to the standard TLX lineup. The leather, faux suede interior is also pretty spiffy. It isn't the corner carving all-star that some rivals are, but at the TLX's bargain price tag, it's hard to justify paying thousands of dollars more for an incrementally better sedan. It might be worth paying extra to never deal with the TLX's infuriating touchpad controller, however, but that's not an option.